Hello everyone, my name is Aarti and you're watching HW News. 6 months into 2022, and while the rains have battered us otherwise, there is no raining jobs here. On the contrary, the job market in India might be drying up. According to a data, 60,000 people may lose their job in 2022 alone. And mind you, we are just 6 months into 2022 and already 12,000 people have lost their job, especially in the Indian startup sector. Now, as I said, the job losses are mostly because of the firing spree in the Indian startup sector led by education tech and e-commerce platforms. Now, before you think that 6,000 is not that a big number, and this is because of the million strong workforce of India, which mostly resides in the rural India, then here is another worrisome piece of information for you. India's unemployment rate has shot up to 7.80% in the month of June, with job losses of 13 million, mostly in the agricultural sector, according to a data by Center for Monitoring Indian Economy, that is CMIE. The big question here, are we really bothered about unemployment? Is unemployment even on our radar? In this video today, we will talk about both these reports and we will also talk about how serious the problem of unemployment really is. But before that, the mainstream media just doesn't get enough of Hindu-Muslim issues and toppling off the governments. But we look beyond that. We talk about news that matters to you. But doing so is not easy. We are a small newsroom of journalists passionate about holding mirror to powers that be. But as I said, we need your support because doing it is not easy in today's environment. So, if you like our journalism, if you like our endeavor, go to our website www.hwnews.in/subscribe. There you will find different subscription options available for our readers as well as for our viewers. Choose the plan that suits your budget and pay us, because when you pay, you help independent media like us not only survive but also thrive. Now, coming back to the story, the pandemic forced all of us to sit at home, work from home, and the world witnessed the phenomenon of pandemic bloom, especially the startup industry. But as the COVID lockdown is almost over in the world and things are normalizing, the pandemic bloom too is fading, and the funding crunch is forcing the startups to lay off employees, sometimes en masse. More than 12,000 workers in the Indian startup ecosystem and over 22,000 employees in the sector have lost their jobs this year following an economic meltdown. As startups in India keep sacking their employees to navigate through the funding winter, the country is expected to witness more than 60,000 job losses in 2022 alone, led by edtech and e-commerce platform. Nearly 12,000 startup employees have been fired in the country, led by companies including unicorns such as Ola, Unacademy, Vedantu, Cars24 and Mobile Premier League, that is MPL, and others like Blinkit, Byju's, White Hat Junior, Topper, Lido Learning, Mfine, Trell, Farai and Furlenco. Industry experts say that in the name of restructuring and cost management, at least 50,000 more startup employees are likely to be thrown out this year alone, while certain startups keep receiving millions in funding. But situation isn't bad only for the urban white-collared employees. The unemployment problem in India has also expanded to rural areas. According to CMIE, the country's unemployment rate has shot up at 7.80% in the month of June, with the loss of 13 million jobs, mainly in the agriculture sector. The massive fall in number of jobs last month was triggered by a higher unemployment rate in rural areas, which went up to 8.03% from 6.62% in the month of May. In urban areas, it was slightly better at 7.30% compared to 7.12% recorded in the month of May. This is the biggest fall in employment during a non-lockdown month, but this is generally a seasonal phenomenon and is expected to reverse in the month of July. The other worrisome data point is that June 2022 saw a fall of 2.5 million jobs among salaried employees. While 13 million lost jobs during the reporting month, the count of the unemployed increased by only 3 million. The rest exited the labor market as the labor force shrunk by 10 million. The highest rate of unemployment was witnessed in Haryana at 30.6%, followed by Rajasthan at 29.8%, Assam at 17.2%, Jammu and Kashmir at 17.2% and Bihar at 14%. Well, but the point is, while the data highlights the grim reality on the ground, it is missing from the discourse. The point is, the news, the societal discourse does not even mention growing unemployment in the country, much less the political class. But the question is, do we now have to brace ourselves for the pandemic of recession in the coming months? Do let us know what you think about this in the comment box below. For more news and updates, you can log on to www.hwnews.in.